All right, Hotep, Uncle Seneb. Hotep is Hotep is Medu Neter for peace. All right, it's a real word that comes out of the Medu Neter, or what Europeans and Arabs call the hieroglyphics. All right, Uncle Seneb is Medu Neter for life, prosperity, and peace. We learn from the Medu Neter, right, that's how ancient Kemetic people, right, or Egyptian people, ancient Egyptian people, we talking about black people, not talking about Arabs or Europeans, greeted each other. Hotep, Uncle Seneb. So I say that in that spirit. Hotep, Uncle Seneb, peace, life, prosperity, health. What's good, everybody? It's been a long day. Today is Juneteenth, and we've celebrated Juneteenth in many cities across the state of New Jersey, and many cities and towns across America. All right, here in my home state of New Jersey, I participated in 3 Juneteenths events, and I came back to Newark to catch the tail end of it, but unfortunately it ended. But where I'm standing at is the historic black-owned bookstore in Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. You're from Newark, you say Brick City, all right? And this is the Source of Knowledge bookstore, all right? The Source of Knowledge bookstore, all right? And it is the only black-owned bookstore in Newark, New Jersey, brothers and sisters, all right? And so as you can see, all right, I'm going to turn my phone around so you can see the various books that you can buy in this black-owned bookstore. Powerful books, brothers and sisters, all right? Yes, absolutely. Hotep, brother Hotep. What's good, my brother? Hotep chiming in all the way from Detroit. What's good, brother? And if brothers and sisters, if you get a minute, please read Dennis Hotep Boatwright's the third. All right, his article. He given a deep analysis on the Black Lives Matter movement. If you can get that article, that's great. And go on YouTube. He was just recently on YouTube. Talk the article. All right. So please, if you get a chance, just Google Dennis Boatwright III. All his stuff will come up. All right. But Hotep, brother Hotep, Dennis Boatman. So I'm here in the bookstore, and I want you to take a look. At the books, brothers and sisters. Just take a look at the books. Oh, powerful. Just look at the books, bro. These are books that we need to acquire, all right, to rebuild the black mind in America, in the Caribbean, in Europe, in Africa. We need to get these books to rebuild the black mind, the African mind, and this is how you begin. This is what led me to African-centered consciousness. All right, coming to the bookstore and acquiring books. All right, acquiring books. All right, to rebuild my black mind, my African mind. All right, powerful books, brothers and sisters, that we need to acquire, brothers and sisters. All right, powerful books. I can't even capture all of them on my little camera. All right. Oh man, how much is the Husia? Let's see. Let's take a look at the Husia. I'm sorry. Take a look at the Husia. I believe it's $21.96. You want to learn Kemetic? You literally want to read, brothers and sisters, if you want to read what our ancestors wrote about spiritually from the Medu Neter or Medu Neter, all right, you need to get this book through. See, I read it every day. I read what our ancestors wrote about spirituality. So So that's a very important book to get. That's where the 42 principles or 42 laws of Ma'at is in. All right. And it's been translated from Medu Neter into English by our brother, Dr. Malana Karenga. All right. All right. So, who's here? All right. 21. It costs $21.95 here in the bookstore, Source of Knowledge bookstore in Newark, New Jersey. All right. Brother Jamal, Hotep, family, Hotep. All right. And again, when we say Hotep is a word that comes out of the Medu Neter or the Medu Neter, which means peace. It is the oldest written word for peace in human history. All right. Older than Salam, a Hebrew word for peace, and older than Salam, the Arabic word for peace. It is the oldest word for peace in human history. It comes straight out of the Medu Neter or Medu Neter. All right. But unfortunately, the power structure using very misguided black brothers and sisters are disrespecting the word Hotep. All right. And they're trying to discredit African history and culture by making mockery of the word Hotep. I know you guys, I know you brothers and sisters probably seen, in popular movies or in some popular movies, or read it in an article somewhere where they call a radical or conscious brother or revolutionary brother a Hotep, and they equate Hotep with very negative things like being a sexist or being homophobic or anti-white or anti-American. That is absolutely not true. All right. Like in everything, you have extremists. You have extremist Democrats, Republicans. You have extremists. Let me get back to myself. We have extremists, Muslims, extremist Christians, extremist Jews. All right. Who don't understand how to walk in balance. Right. So you have extremists. All right. We may have some of that in the conscious community, but they misrepresent what Afrocentricity is all about. And it's not about being anti-white or anti-LGBTQ or anti-America or anti-Europe. It's about being pro-black. All right. It's about being pro-black. We're not trying to be anti-no one. We're being pro-black, being pro-African. All right, brothers and sisters. So I say Hotep. Right. All right. I see brothers and sisters chiming in saying Hotep. Again, I'm here at the Source of Knowledge bookstore in Newark, New Jersey. All right. Source of Knowledge bookstore in Newark, New Jersey. All right. So you can see all the books. And we here, I got some powerful brothers and sisters. Brothers. I'm gonna call you over here, Dr. Kill. We got Dr. Kill, who's head of the Africana Studies Department in Essex County College, and we also have our master teacher here. Hold on, let me make sure we get him on. We got our master teacher here.
All right,
Dr. Jeffries.
Okay, Wakanda forever.
Absolutely,
we're on a victorious path, and we need to keep kicking it until we get it right.
Absolutely. That's our master teacher there. He's from Newark, New Jersey. Brick City, born, raised, bred in Newark, New Jersey. He's 85, going on 86 years old, and he's still being called to so many events to teach. He's still teaching African history and culture, and we love him dearly. We respect him. He's our master teacher, and we need to continue, brothers, especially young brothers and sisters. You need to continue to drink from the well of wisdom from Dr. Jeffries.
And unfortunately, most of the stuff that we did, a lot of it has been taped. Absolutely. So if you want to hear my mentors, Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben, they're taped. My partners, Dr. Asa Hilliard, Dr. Jacob Carruthers, Dr. Wade Noble, our sister, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, Dr. Pat Newton, and my wife. You can go get these materials and begin to study them yourself, and then relate to, call back and relate to us.
Absolutely. Go ahead. That's right. Ashe. That's the master teacher right there. I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, you need to drink from this brother's well of wisdom. Make sure you go on YouTube. You get all those videos that Dr. Jeffries just talked about. All right. I mean that. You can get Dr. Shashi McIntyre's videos, Dr. Sheikh Anta Jope's videos. You can get Dr. Clark's videos, Dr. Ben's videos, all right? And they give you a deeper understanding of our history and culture, all right? Especially when it comes to Nile Valley civilizations, right? You know, we're talking about Axum, we're talking about Kush, we're talking about, of course, the granddaddy of them all, Kemet, all right? When we talk about West Africa, we're talking about ancient West African civilizations, all right, that existed before, that thrived before colonialism and slavery and apartheid, right? We can talk about the great civilizations throughout Africa. We talk about, you know, if you want to study slavery and you want to study, you know, the struggle against slavery, we have our master teachers in video teaching that. You want to study the rise of Noble Drew Ali. You want to study the rise of Marcus Garvey. You want to study the rise of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You want to study the rise of Brother Malcolm. You want to study the rise of Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. You want to study the rise of Kwame Ture, and you want to study the rise of Robert Williams and Imamu Mary Baraka and the rise of Dr. Malana Karinga. All this stuff is available, brothers and sisters. All this information is available. Just go online, go on YouTube, and find the great master teachers Dr. Jeffries just mentioned. But again, you come here, let me show this again before I close out. Look at the books. I can't even get all the books on my phone. I cannot get them all. It's so many. It's a vast library of books, brothers and sisters, that you can acquire. All right. So many books, brothers and sisters. All right. And we have African art.
And God be willing,
all right.
I spoke your way later.
We got African art here. So many books. So many books. All right. So many books. We have fiction books, non-fiction books. But just look at the vastness of the bookstore. Let's take a walk, brothers and sisters. Look at this. Look at this. This goes on and on. Books, brothers and sisters, right here in our hometown in Newark, New Jersey. Just books after books after books. Books. Look at all this. Just so many. I can't even capture it all on my little phone. I can't even get everybody on my little phone. All right. Just a whole library of books. All right. That you can purchase. All right. That you can get. And if they don't have them, you can actually come down here and they will order the books for you, brothers and sisters. They will order the books for you. All right. This is Newark, New Jersey. Source of Knowledge Bookstore. All right. Source of Knowledge Bookstore. All right. So whenever you get a minute, come on through. All right. Source of Knowledge Bookstore, brothers and sisters. All right. That's Newark, New Jersey. Downtown Newark, New Jersey. Brick City. It's on Broad Street. All right. Next to the VIM in Newark, New Jersey. Come check it out. And again, we blessed with some brothers and sisters who still lingering, just hanging around from the Juneteenth celebration that was spearheaded by Source of Knowledge Bookstore. All right, we got Dr. Jeffries. He's still here. He's talking to one of our young, great scholars, Dr. Akinyele. All right, they're still here. And I got my brother, Brother Kenyatta. He runs a Rites of Passage program. He's been running this program for over 20 years. All right, 20 years straight, right? Helping to rebuild the black community by focusing on young brothers. All right, rebuilding the rebuilding of our men starts when they're young. And we have the brother here, right? We have our brother Kenyatta. All right, I'm gonna bring him on camera right now. Let me bring this brother on camera. What's going on, brother Kenyatta? You want to say? Hotep.
Peace to the God.
Hotep.
How the family doing out there?
No doubt. Peace to the God. Brother, just tell the people, what you do real quick.
Well, we're the STEP organization. Anybody knows anything about Rites of Passage, they know about STEP because we've been here for 20 years. And our goal is to raise the next generation of strong, young African warrior leaders. That's what we do. That's what we do. So today we was blessed to come to this celebration. And our goal was to not only let them celebrate, but also help them to understand that we have to acknowledge.
That's right.
You know, we want to acknowledge all of those brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? The Haitian Revolution, Denmark Basie, you know, Nat Turner, all of those that was banging it out.
That's right.
That was kicking, you know, kicking Abraham Lincoln in the back.
That's
that
right.
made him sign that Emancipation
Go
Proclamation,
ahead.
because we want them to understand clearly that this was just not a person signing an Emancipation Proclamation and they was doing that because they loved us. You know what I'm saying? They want to look out for us. You know, this was something that was politically expedient, and so we want them to know the history.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
what we did today.
Awesome.
And that was right before we had some vegan food and enjoyed ourselves. And so,
right.
once again, that's our goal. Our goal is to raise up the next generation. And we start a new session. We're ending one next week. And on the 2nd of July, we start a new session.
Oh,
So
awesome.
If anybody wants to sign up a young man from age 7 up to 17, get in contact with us.
Okay.
Step to the future.
Yes, give that information again. Give that information
Step,
again.
STEP,
Right.
to the future.
All right.
.org.
Awesome.
That's our website, and you can contact us from there. You know,
thank you.
Facebook, everything from there.
Thank you so much, Brother Kenyatta.
No doubt,
For real,
we
mad
appreciate
respect. This brother right here been working, all right?
appreciate you.
No rallies, no demos. Working hard, building institutions in our community. And that institution that he has is called the STEP program.
And we need soldiers.
Right.
People who are willing to come out and work with these young brothers.
Absolutely.
We need that. And y'all know how bad that's needed in our community.
Absolutely. Again, this brother's building institutions, y'all. No rallies, no demos. Just building, working hard, putting in work for the liberation of black people, African people in America. And he's focused on our youth, particularly our black boys, all right? Helping to rebuild the black man by focusing on the black on black boys. He runs a STEP program, which is a Rights to Passage program right here in Newark. They just purchased a brand new building. So you please give donations. Please get in contact with brothers so you can give donations and give support to the STEP program ran by our good brother Kenyatta, man. Love that brother, man. Love him, man. I mean, over 20 years consistently working to re-educate and empower the black man by focusing on our black boys. So we say Asante Sana, we say Dua, we say Adupwe, we say thank you to our brother Kenyatta, all right? Now those words that I mentioned, I said Dua, right? Dua sounds like dua, like when Muslims pray. When Muslims pray, right? When Muslims pray, right? They do something called dua, but it also means the ancient word for that is dua. It comes from the Medu Neter. It means giving thanks. It means giving thanks, brothers and sisters. Adupwe is from the Yoruba language. It means giving thanks, right? Asante Sana is Kiswahili. It means thank you very much. All right, okay. So we want to hear from our brother. We got. See, Dr. Jeffrey's still teaching, but we want to hear from our young scholar here.
As soon as I get this picture.
Yes, as soon as Dr. Kill finishes this. Oh, look at this, brothers and sisters. I want y'all to take a look at this. This is powerful. Look at this. This is powerful. This is powerful. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute.
All right.
You want me to take
All
that?
right. We got source of knowledge standing with our brother, our master teacher, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, and Dr. Rosalind Jeffries. Let me see if I can get around to kind of catch that, brothers and sisters. All right. I want y'all to take a look at this. All right. I want y'all to take a look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's powerful. That's powerful right there. That's powerful. Powerful shot, brothers and sisters. Source of knowledge, standing with our master teachers, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, Dr. Rosalind Jeffries, and another master teacher come. Absolutely. And Dr. Clark, Ashe. That's right. That's right, Dr. Jeffries, Dr. Clark, and Dr. Ben. They right here with us. All right. But we have an up-and-coming scholar, you know, soon to be a master teacher himself. We got Dr. Akil Kalfani.
Oh, it's not the
All right. We got Dr. Akil Kalfani, who's the head of the Africana. He's head of the Africana Studies Department. He's coming right on time because he got a role. We have our brother. You want to say a few words, Dr. Kalfani?
Hey, of course, brother man. Hey, peace, family. I'm glad that you're here with this brother Bashir Akinyele. But we're here in the midst of the source of knowledge,
yes.
right? And the source of knowledge is our knowledge, right?
That's right.
And knowing that we connect with our brothers and sisters through these conversations. We have a wrong interpretation of the books. The books are an opportunity for us to engage in dialogue with Dr. John Henry Clarke. You see, I just picked that up by accident.
Go ahead.
All right, I picked it up by spirit. But we're having a conversation with the thoughts of a Dr. John Henry Clarke. And if you recognize that you're having a conversation with the thoughts of those minds, then that means that their legacy is living on, and you're carrying that legacy because you're having a dialogue with them, right? And as we have that dialogue, that we then take that and then you extend it by sharing it with somebody else. If you want to think about your contributions to the world, to the African development and redevelopment, you've got to realize that the best thing that you can do once you gain some knowledge is to give it away.
Go ahead.
Once you give it away, that also locks it into your mind, right? That those synaptic nerves get to connecting, but it also enables somebody else the opportunity to gain some of that knowledge that you had. And then they may challenge you on something, and then that challenge encourages you to then read or study something else and bring us together. So those are the things I think we got to think about. And here we're talking about Juneteenth. I'm going to say this here because I've been saying this in all the speeches I gave today, and that is that the first struggles for Juneteenth started when the first slave ships landed in Africa. So that we understand that our brothers and sisters did not go willingly, that they went under the auspices of a struggle, and that struggle has been happening ever since then. And so that Juneteenth is an opportunity for us to celebrate and reflect, but then we have to realize that we got to continue the struggle. And so that with a brother like Brother Bashir and Dr. Jeffries and Mama Jeffries and being here at the source of knowledge, that the source of knowledge, it's a continuation also of what we had on the continent.
That's right.
Right. So if you go back and look at ancient Kemet, they had 3 writing systems: the Medu Neter,
that's right,
or which they call the hieroglyphics, the demonic, and the what's the third one? I forgot the third one now. But there's 3 writing systems that were happening simultaneously.
Right.
And they're not the only ones. You want to know about math? Go back and look at Ishango bone, 20-something thousand years ago. And if you want to look at the earliest writings on the walls, the San rock art, all the way back 20,000 years ago and more on the wall, still in Southern Africa today, right? If you want to understand that there was communication, telling the stories of their ancestors. So that means that they were telling the story of somebody who came before them. So they were extending the knowledge of that story. And so then when we think about those connections, that's what we have to realize, that we are the progenitors of knowledge. We're the progenitors of math and science and all these things, so that when we bring them to the table and understand our contribution, that we have to continue that. So I'm going to leave you with this tonight. We go back and we can see the pyramids. We can see the longest wall built in the world. First of all, some of you might be thinking, oh, he's talking about the Great Wall of China. No, the Great Wall of Benin is 9,000 miles. The Great Wall of China is 5,500 miles. Right? So then, and the wall in Benin is a double wall. So it's a wall and it's a wall inside that. 9,000 miles. So if you want to go visit a Great Wall, go back home. But with that wall and with the pyramids and with the Tekkens, those things that exist and stand the test of times for thousands of years to be seen, the question to us is, what pyramids are you building today? Right? What things are you doing so that in 1,000 years, people say, oh, in Newark, in New Jersey, in the United States, that those brothers and sisters had their thing going on. And this is the edifice. These are the books. These are the things that we have to attest to that. So that it's not about, success is not about what you do individually, what you accomplish individually. It's about what we do collectively and how we collectively work to transform the spaces that we're in, the world that we're in. So make sure that as you're teaching something to somebody, that you also are teaching yourself, because we've got to constantly be gaining new knowledge, new information, new education about the things that we're headed on. So what pyramids are you building today?
Ooh, good question. Go ahead. Sante Sana.
Sante Sana, brother, man.
Adupwe. All right. That's what's up. Dua. That's our brother there. family, that brother right there is a treasure in Newark, New Jersey. He's the head of the Africana Studies Department at Essex County College, Essex County Community College. Man, that brother's not only a scholar, he's an activist. He's out there in the community, constantly trying to seize black political power, African political power here in the state of New Jersey, in this country, man, so we can help, so he can get the resources to rebuild. Help the resources to rebuild. Let me say that again. To help get resources to rebuild our community. All right? So big shout out to Dr. Akil Kalfani, man. That brother is powerful, brother. Love that brother, man. He does great work, for real. I mean that. And so, brothers and sisters, again, I'm going to let you take a look at the books. Look at the books, man, again. Look at the books. Look at the John Henry Clark section. Look at that. Look at the Dr. John Henry Clark section. Just go on and on. Dr. Ben section. Look at all that. Look at all that. Some of y'all might be afraid, too afraid to touch Dr. Ben. Yes. Some of us afraid to touch Dr. Ben. The master teacher, Dr. Ben. All right? Especially this book here, The African Origins of Western Religions. If you want to know where Judaism, Christianity, and Al-Islam come from, if you want to know where it comes from, brothers and sisters, you need to pick up this book right here, African Origins of the Major Western Religions, Black Men of the Nile, right? We, the Black Jews, and Africa, the mother of Western civilization. You need to get these books right away. You want to know the origins of humanity, the origins of civilization, right? You want to know the origin of Judaism, the African origin of Western civilization, the African origin of humanity, the African origin of Judaism, the African origin of Christianity, and the African origin of Al-Islam. You need to pick up these books, all right? You need to pick up these books, all right? I just put out another commentary on, I did a commentary on this book right here. It's just being published by some of the digital news sites. You'll see it posted all over social media in a minute. All right, that's the teachings of Hotep, the oldest book in the world. Let me say that one more time. This book right here, you need to pick it. You need to check it out. It's like a deeper understanding of the spiritual side of the Medu Neter or the Medu Neter, right? And Ma'at, all right. It is the oldest book in the world. It's called The Teachings of Hotep, the oldest book in the world, brothers and sisters. You need to get this book. This book is heavy, and of course, you need to get my brother's book, Professor Tony Browder's book. All right, you need to get this book as well. Now Valley Civilizations, Now Valley Contributions to Civilization. Now Valley Contributions to Civilization. You need to get this book right away. Get this book right away. You would totally get why Kemet is important, all right, to the development of the African world. And Kemet is the, let me turn this around. Kemet is the African name for Egypt, right? Because the original people of Kemet, Egypt, are black people, and that's what they call themselves. They literally said Kemet means the black land, or the land of the black people, all right? So you need to get that, all right? Just before the Europeans and the Arabs came. Remember, the Arabs came, many Europeans came, and they destroyed, they took over and destroyed a lot of the Kemetic culture, but it's still there. It's written in stone. The Medu Neter is written in stone. They couldn't get rid of it all, but they destroyed Kemetic culture and pushed the Kemetic people deeper into Africa. Many scholars believe that ancient Kemetic people moved on to other parts of Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, West Africa. That's why Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop says in his book African Origins of Civilization, Myth or Reality, he talks about how you can see the cultural continuity of Africa. And he begins with Kemet and Nile Valley civilizations, and you can see Kemetic culture all throughout Africa. All right. But the culture is everywhere. It's in Western civilizations in Asia. It's in the cultures of Judaism, Christianity, and Al-Islam. I mean, let me start with the Kaaba. I just read a deep part in this book here. I read heavy part in Nile Valley's contribution to civilization about the real history behind the Kaaba. You know, the Ka, the spirit, right, the soul, and Ba, the body, right, comes out of ancient Kemet. And this is why you need to get this book as well. You need to get this book. You know, I'm I'm a community activist, community organizer, right? I'm a history teacher, history and Africana studies teacher in Newark, New Jersey. But I'm also ASCAC, a member of ASCAC. ASCAC is the Association for the Study of Classical African Civilizations, and I'm the coordinator for its study group in Newark, New Jersey. But I'm also I am also the representative for ASCAC in the state of New Jersey. You need to get this book if you ever get a minute. Kemet and the African Worldview. Powerful book, y'all. You need to cop that book right away. All right? Because it talks about how important Kemet is to the development, the redevelopment of the African world community. Like Greece and Rome is important to Western civilization, or to the African civilization. Kemet is important to the African world community. All right. So we want to make sure that you understand, get as many books as you can on ancient Kemet. It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. You'll see how folks built their world off of the backs of African culture. So brothers and sisters, I'm getting ready to close out. I just wanted to come back, let you see again the books. All right, let you see the books. All right. And in the back of the bookstore, right, is this wonderful picture of Ma'at. All right. The symbol of Ma'at is right there on the back of the building, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna try to, let me see if I can come back. I think they locked the door. I don't know if I can I don't think I can go out the back door. But I'm definitely gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get out the back door. All right, so let you see this wonderful picture of Ma'at above the door of Source of Knowledge bookstore. Can we still go out the back, or it's locked? Okay. All right, cool.
The box, he may have to let you out.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I'll wait. So again, we're waiting to see if we can get out. But you can see the African art, clothes, African art and clothes. You see, all this is just, I'm just trying to let you see how huge this bookstore is. All right. African mass. Look at that. Powerful, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, this is just, magnificent. Again, this is black owned now. This is black owned. All right. It's not owned by anybody else. Hotep, big brother, can I get out? All right. So, hey, brother Kenyatta, you coming out the back?
Yeah, I need to.
I want to get a picture. I want to get that picture. Okay. Dr. Jeffries, I want you to text it to me.
Oh, okay.
You coming out the back?
Yeah, I got to get back.
All right. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. I'm sorry about that, brother. I want folks to see.
There's no need to apologize. You are good.
I want folks to see this picture of my aunt above.
You good.
Oh, thank you.
Nah, problem.
All right, Hotep, brothers and sisters. Hotep. So I want y'all to see this. This is the back of the store. And I'm gonna try to take a picture. I'm trying to get you to see. Everybody see that symbol of Mayat? See if I can blow this up. Symbol of Ma'at, Source of Knowledge bookstore. This is the back. This is newly renovated. This is newly renovated, brothers and sisters. Let me see if I can get the whole building. Oh, by the way, they own the whole building. Oh, I didn't tell you that. They own the whole building. It's not owned by Asians, not owned by Arabs. It's not owned by the white man in Newark, New Jersey. They own the building from the top to the bottom. And they have the bookstore where they sell African books, black books, right? African art, African clothes. Upstairs, Many community organizations hold study groups. They hold lectures upstairs. But the point I'm making, it's all owned by black folk. White folks and Arabs and Asians can't chase them out of this building. They own it. All right. And if you could, can you guys see this right here? It says Building Black Wall Street. You see that? Huh? Y'all see this right here? This is powerful, brothers and sisters. And they have the symbol of Ma'at. And now Ma'at comes out of, when you translate it from the Medu Neter, right? It means truth, righteousness, order, balance, propriety. All right? Let's say that again. Ma'at means truth, order, balance, justice, righteousness, and propriety, brothers and sisters. All right? And that symbol right there of Ma'at, right? When you read the Medu Neter, you see it in the judgment scene when the soul is judged. Oh, y'all, my Jew, Christian, and Muslim brothers and sisters know what that means. When you die, before you can pass on to the spiritual world, your soul, your soul is judged against the 42 laws of Ma'at. All right? And if you have done, if you live a balanced and righteous life, you can pass on into the spiritual world. All right? But in ancient Kemetic or Egyptian society, Ma'at was taught from the cradle to the grave. And it was philosophy. It was not just spirituality, but it was philosophy as well. You tried to live your life according to the 42 laws of Ma'at. You need to check out some of these books, man, about Kemet, so you can understand the laws of Ma'at. That's our culture. And folk are trying to trying to keep us decentered, off balance, by teaching us that African culture was polytheistic, that it was satanic, that it was evil, right? And it's none of those things, brothers and sisters. And that's why our community is struggling. That's why our people are struggling right now, because we haven't looked to our history and our culture. We haven't to embrace it and use it as a springboard for black empowerment and black liberation. So please, brothers and sisters, if you're in the Newark area, or if you're from another part of the country, another part of the world, please support black-owned businesses, all right? Black-owned bookstores like this. Again, this entire, let me see if I can get the whole thing again. This entire building is owned by black people, all right? Not the Arabs, not the Asians, not the Europeans. They cannot chase our brothers and sisters out of this building. They own it. You hear me? They own it, brothers and sisters, all right? They own it. So with that being said, Hotep to everyone that chimed in for a quick minute. I appreciate that. Hotep to all you brothers and sisters, Brother Jamal, Brother Imhotep, Hotep, Brother Ken Bright, Hotep, everyone, Brother Jamal, Hotep, Sister Monica, Hotep to you all right? Hotep, brothers and sisters. Brother Sean, ASCAC member, Hotep, my brother. Uncle Seneb, Hotep. That's what's up. Hopefully I hit everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. But please, brothers and sisters, if you're in the Newark area, support the black-owned bookstore, Source and Knowledge bookstore. This is the back of it. Such a beautiful facade. All right. And I didn't get to the front. I would love to get to the front, but I didn't get to the front. But this is the back of the building. This is where the Juneteenth event, the Juneteenth celebration took place. All of this was blocked off, and it was vendors everywhere, all over the place. Black-owned businesses and black people networking together, man, all right, to help rebuild a black economy in the African community in America. Ashe, family. All right. So I'll leave you with that, brothers and sisters. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. All right. Hotep. And as we say in ancient Kemetic spirituality and ancient Kemetic culture and African culture that's coming out of ancient Kemet, we say Uncle Seneb. Hotep, Uncle Seneb. And that simply means peace, life, prosperity, health. Have a great Juneteenth and a great weekend. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day, brothers and sisters. Happy Father's Day. Hotep.